Hello, invisible audience. Can I tell you my favorite space fact? So in 2013, some astronomers discovered this quasar. Now, for those of you who, like myself, are not astronomers, let me explain what a quasar is. The short and very easy to comprehend explanation is that it's a bunch of galaxies clustered around a black hole. The much more fun explanation is at the center of every galaxy there is a supermassive black hole, and whenever anything gets, close enough to it, it gets caught in the disk of light and it gives off huge amounts of light and radiation and energy, and because of some things with magnetics and whatever, sometimes the light gets shot out into like beams that go in different directions. And when this happens, it's called an active galactic nucleus, and depending on what angle we can see those beams of light in our little corner of the galaxy, it gets defined as a different thing. When the beams of light are perpendicular to our view here from Earth, it's called a radio galaxy, and when we're looking straight directly at the light, it's coming directly towards us, then it's a blazar. And if it's at any other angle, then it's called a quasar. But again, for those of you who are not astronomers like myself, the easiest explanation is that it's just a big old collection of space stuff. Anyway, so in 2013 some scientists discovered this quasar, and it would be an understatement to say that this quasar was large. Prior to finding this thing, scientists had decided that the largest a potential cosmic body could be is about 1.2 billion light years. Just let that sink in for a moment, that that's a number that your brain will never be able to comprehend. This quasar they found in 2013 was 4 billion light years across. 4 billion light years. Alright, first of all, 4 billion is not a number that we can comprehend. Second of all, light years is not a distance scale that we can comprehend. 4 billion light years does not mean anything to us. We are tiny humans with tiny human brains, and we can't comprehend billions. We can't comprehend light years. Those are just numbers and things that we made up so that we can make ourselves feel like we understand this stuff. But that is a distance, that is a size, that is something so huge that we will never be able to accurately wrap our heads around. But through the power of numbers, we can pretend that we understand how big things are, and just for funsies, here's some comparisons. This quasar that they found is 4 billion light years across. What they thought would be the largest possible thing in the universe was 1.2 billion light years across. The previously largest discovered quasar was 700 million light years across. Our own Milky Way galaxy is only 100,000 light years across. And of course, you've probably seen that video where it starts on Earth and it keeps zooming out until you see the whole Milky Way, and you already know how small the Earth is in that context. First of all, holy shit. Second of all, space is so big! And on top of that, the estimated largest thing in the universe isn't the only thing that this quasar messed up, theory-wise. They also thought that if you zoomed out on the universe as a whole, everything would be relatively uniform and evenly spread out. So either this quasar means that that isn't the case because this thing is so big that it wouldn't be uniform, or the universe is much, much bigger than we anticipated, or both. Who knows, it could be both. What it essentially boils down to is we greatly underestimated the universe, which is such a human thing to do. We don't know shit, we don't know anything, and that is incredible. There are quasars in this universe that are bigger than anything we thought could exist. There are fish in our oceans that we've never seen before. There is so much going on in this world, in this universe, in ourselves, that we will never be able to know it all. And there will always be surprises and new things for us to find. So this doesn't just apply to science and space and, the oceans or whatever else. It's your own life. There will always be surprises and unexpected discoveries and plot twists and new things you'll learn about the world and about yourself. And that's just always going to be happening. In the most literal sense of the word, it is awesome. And that's my favorite space fact. Pachoo, pachoo, pachoo! I don't know how end screens work, but here are some things you can click on, including a video essay that I made for a class once that is about these topics, but also much more sentimental. And also it's a rough draft because once I turned it in, I never looked at it again, so it's real quiet. but it's pretty good. And if you liked this, you'll probably like that. And also subscribe, I guess.